Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jamie. And today we're diving deep into something that so many of us have been through: heartbreak. Whether it's a breakup, betrayal, or just the painful realization that something we wanted isn't going to happen. We all know that feeling, right?
Oh yeah, it's that gut-wrenching, can't eat, can't sleep kind of pain. But here's the thing, healing is possible. And not only that, you're worthy of a life that feels good again.
Yes. So, let's start by asking, what does it actually mean to heal a broken heart? Because I think a lot of people assume healing just means getting over it. But it's so much deeper than that. What does it mean to heal a broken heart?
Exactly. Healing isn't about forgetting or pretending it never happened. It's about feeling it, processing it, and coming out stronger. It's allowing yourself to grieve while still believing in your future. A lot of times, people think that if they still feel sad, they haven't healed yet. But healing is not about erasing pain. It's about learning how to carry it differently.
That hits. And part of that healing process is self-compassion, right? Because if we don't give ourselves grace, we end up stuck in the cycle of self-blame and pain.
Absolutely. And healing is also about reclaiming yourself. You're not just moving on from a relationship, you're rediscovering who you are outside of it. Sometimes we lose ourselves in love, and heartbreak becomes an opportunity to come home to ourselves.
That reminds me, after my last breakup, I realized how much I had shaped my life around someone else. I had to ask myself, who am I when I'm alone? And honestly, at first, I didn't have an answer. But that was the start of my healing journey.
Same here. I remember sitting in my apartment after my ex moved out and feeling like a stranger in my own space. I had to rebuild my routines, my interests, even the way I saw myself. And that takes time. Defining self-compassion.
Self-compassion is treating yourself like you would a friend. Think about it. If your best friend was heartbroken, would you tell them to just get over it? No, you'd be kind. You'd say, take your time, feel your feelings, and I'm here for you. So why don't we say that to ourselves?
Right? But we're so quick to judge ourselves. Like, why am I still sad? I should be over this by now. Healing isn't linear. Some days you'll feel strong, and other days you'll feel like you took 10 steps back. And that's okay.
Yep. Self-compassion is also about allowing yourself to be human. There's no right way to heal. Some people process through talking, others through art, exercise, or even just sitting in silence. However you move through pain is valid. The best way to practice self-compassion.
So what's the best way to practice self-compassion? For me, it's journaling. I write myself letters from my future self, reminding me that I will get through this. I also make lists of things I love about myself, especially when I'm feeling unworthy.
Love that. Also, small acts of care, like making a cup of tea and just holding it, giving myself permission to rest without guilt, doing things that remind me I'm still here, still worthy, still whole.
Another one is surrounding yourself with people who uplift you. Being around friends who remind you of your value can help reframe your mindset. It's hard to love yourself when you're surrounded by people who don't treat you well.
And therapy. I used to think therapy was only for people in crisis, but no. It's for anyone who wants to grow. Sometimes, you need an outside perspective to break negative thought patterns. What to do with overwhelm? Overwhelm is real. One moment you're fine, and the next, you're crying in the grocery store because a song came on.
Oh my God, yes! When I get overwhelmed, I ground myself. Deep breathing, splashing cold water on my face, or taking a walk. Also, just letting myself cry instead of fighting it. I remind myself that it's okay to feel everything.
Same. And I remind myself, you don't have to fix everything today. You just have to get through this moment. Healing in small steps is so much more manageable than trying to get over it all at once.
Are you grieving the relationship or the idea of it? And let's talk about this. Because a lot of times, we're not actually grieving the person, we're grieving the idea of them.
Yes, like sometimes we fall in love with the potential of what could have been, rather than what actually was. We get attached to the dream, the plans, the future we imagined.
And that realization? Oof! It's freeing, but also brutal. Because once you see it for what it is, you start to realize that maybe you're not really missing them. You're missing what you thought life would look like. Experiencing infidelity as grief and trauma.
Infidelity isn't just betrayal, it's trauma. It shakes your sense of safety and trust. Healing from that takes time.
100%. Therapy, support groups, even just talking to people who understand. So important. Rebuilding trust in yourself is key too. You are not foolish for believing in love. A relationship ending is not a failure.
Let's flip the script here. A relationship ending doesn't mean you failed.
Yes, not every relationship is meant to last forever. Some are here to teach us, grow us, and then release us. Growth is not failure. How to nourish friendships.
One of the best things I did after my breakup was pour love into my friendships. People who had always been there, who reminded me who I was outside of that relationship.
Same. Friendships are life-saving. They remind us that love exists in so many forms. How to find yourself again.
I made a who am I list. Everything I loved before my relationship, hobbies, music, places I wanted to visit. I started doing them again, little by little.
I love that. I also leaned into my passions again. Creating, learning, rediscovering my independence. It's a slow process, but so worth it. The holiness of no. Yes. No isn't mean, it's necessary. How to co-create joy with the people you love.
When you're ready, invite joy back in. With friends, family, even solo. We can create joy in the smallest moments.
Yep, dance in your kitchen. Plan a silly day trip. Give yourself permission to be happy again.
Because at the end of the day, heartbreak doesn't define us. Healing does.
And you are worthy of the life you want.